Hello, my name is Teresa Sabaltier Polida, and this is my presentation on the reason why I chose veterinary medicine as my course for college. So, these are my seniors. They're still basically babies. So, the black one here, that is Lady. And then on the upper right, that is Greta. And the lower right, that's Echo. So, these are the children. The one on the left is Yogi, and the one on the right is Boo Boo. From um, Yogi Bear and Boo Boo Bear. And Cindy Bear is actually adopted by my aunt. So, 24 years, one human, four cats, and a question mark of dogs. Because ever since I was born, I've always had a pet. And it's actually countless dogs that I can't exactly recall how many, but I still know their names by heart. So this is Lady, our 9-year-old Labrador Chow Chow mix. We got her, I think, way back 2018, 2017, around that time. She was given by my aunt, my mom's best friend, who owned a Chow Chow, and then got pregnant accidentally by their neighbor dog, but that was a Labrador. So we got that mix. Lady's temperament, she's actually quite territorial. That's the Chow Chow side. Her attitude, her temperament is basically like a Labrador. She's a very, very, very softy type of dog. She's very. Every time you call her and she goes to you, she's moving her butt along with her walk, which makes her cute. And her tongue is actually, there's actually some purple spots, which is from the Chow Chow. Her body is actually like a Labrador, but her hair is kind of a mixture of a Labrador Chow Chow. It's fluffy but like flat. This is Echo, or Siberian Husky. He's, as huskies are known, they're very they have a very dorky um, attitude. So they have a very dorky personality. Echo is actually given by my mom's friend as well. Again, because they needed to give him up because their neighbors are complaining about him because he escapes, and when he escapes, he attacks the chickens in the area. So like countless chickens have died at the hands of this adorable fluffy dog. So he gave Echo to us, and well, my dad loves him so much. He's always wanted a husky, and well, here's our little blessing, little Echo. And this one's Greta. This one's given by my dad's office mate, and um, she's a pug, as you can see. She's very small, very short. She likes to eat the garbage a lot. She likes to rummage through it. And well, Greta can't actually bark as much as like other dogs do. It's kind of like she lost her, if in humans like you lose your voice, you're paos. But it's the same for her except that she's a dog. So basically her bark's kinda off, kinda weird. But yeah. She's a very loving dog. Very, very love. She's a lap dog actually also. This is Yogi, our Labrador Chow Chow Siberian Husky mix. So basically, if we can go back, this is the father, and this is the mother, and this is the son. So Yogi was actually one out of 8 puppies, and we kept him because we loved his coat so much and gave the rest to our family, our friends, and we kept him because look at that coat, look at that face, that's so adorable. And Um, like not a lot of people know breeds as much. So sometimes when people see him, they think he's a German Shepherd, but actually he's not. He's a Labrador Short-Tailed Siberian Husky. And you see that little fold on his ear? That's because when he was a puppy, he got into a fight with the other puppy, and that part got like bit on, and it never really healed properly. But it's a cute feature. Yogi is actually a very smart dog. He knows how to shake hands, high five, give me 10. um, I'm the one who actually taught him that. I'm so proud of that. I taught him that. And since I'm here and he's in Cebu, I want to train him to do like 1 plus 1, 2 plus 2. Because we had a dog when I was like 8 years old. His name was Spooky. He was a Shih Tzu mixed with another breed, but he was a kind of big, like a big, like medium sized dog. Um, my dad taught him how to do 1 plus 1, and I think there was even multiplication if I'm not mistaken. And well, yeah. So like I want to teach Yogi how to do different other tricks since he's very obedient and can be trained. This is Boo Boo. Boo Boo is actually the daughter of Yogi and Greta. Yeah, it's a weird mix, but look at that face. So basically, she has four breeds. That's Labrador, Chow Chow, Husky, and Pug. Um, Boo Boo was born. They were only. We had Greta checked up, and she actually was planning to have six babies, but around the due date of her pregnancy, uh, and inexperienced as I was, I figured when the babies came out, when she came out, Boo Boo came out, and Cindy came out, her sister, only two of them survived out of the six. The other two, they they were delivered well, but they didn't last long like outside. So they died like a few hours after they were born. And then the other two, Greta was able to push them out, but they were still like in a sack. They were still like fetus. They weren't fully developed yet. That's one of the downsides of a pug that's like giving birth naturally. Because usually with breeds like pugs, or like especially with their type of species that's like short snouted or like short body, small bodied, it isn't exactly safe to have them give birth naturally since they're small. And to think that a Labrador and a Siberian Husky, their litter isn't exactly like small. It's a big litter, so litter size. So she was carrying six, which was already very dangerous. But we didn't know that she was gonna give birth around that time, and we couldn't bring her to the vets um, as soon as possible since it was around the holidays that she gave birth, and um, there weren't much clinics open. At the same time, it was also, I think, there was a typhoon that happened, so it's really inaccessible. So yeah. So Boo Boo actually has a disease called cherry eye. It's like extra skin, or like an extra lid on her eye. Yeah. Um, it's curable, but by surgery, but it could reoccur even if we did the surgery. So as long as we keep it moist, then it's okay. And since we do it, yeah, we keep it moist as much as possible. So those are my dogs. Here we have our cats. So a little backstory. Before Cali, we actually had a stray cat, a kitten. But at the time, we didn't know how to take care of cats. We didn't know what to do or anything about taking care of cats. So at the time, when I wanted one, when I kept one, because my dad also wanted to keep it, my mom didn't like cats at all. So she did something unexplainable. to our cat. She asked our maid to take the cat with her and like keep like throw it away or something. Um, so yeah, a few years later, this cat, Kali, she was also a stray. We picked her up out of like outside our house since she was just standing by there. So for a while we kept her outside. Like we had a cage outside and we just put it there. And we just fed her, made her go out once in a while, cleaned the area. And then until my sister got home from her boards in Manila, she took Kali in her room and kept her there. And then eventually my mom started to get used. We tried to let her get used to the cats. So we had Kali. And then Kali is actually a very investigative cat. She likes to go out and she likes to escape a lot. She's, let's say she's maldita actually. But, like because of her, we got used to all the bites and scratches. And then like a few years later, we adopted another cat, a British short hair. I don't have pictures because I lost my phone years ago, and I couldn't find the pictures anymore. But we had Mochi, and sad to say, he died like a year later into like us having him. He died from a hereditary disease that even the previous owners, don't know what disease it is, but they just explained that it's the same symptoms that their cat had when he died. So the same thing happened to our cat. So we had to euthanize Mochi because we didn't want him to suffer anymore. So then, a year, 2 years later, we had Chino. This was actually given by my friend from nursing school. Um, so basically, Chino likes to pee on everything. That's his personality. He's very mischievous, and my mom loves him so much. I think that's the only reason why. Like Mochi and Chino's the reason why she's like starting to like cats, because they're very calm. They're not like Kali, who's maldita. Chino is actually he's a Persian. Yeah. And he's a boy. He's a big boy now. And then here in Bye Bye, I have my baby Calix, who I adopted from my neighbor, who is a vet med student as well. So yeah, so this is my baby here in Bye Bye. I actually have a responsibility that I get home to every day from school. I don't go out much because, like I said, like I want to go home to my cat, even at random times. Um, just in class, I would tell my friends I miss my cat. So like, as much as possible, I wanna get home. Cause when I go home, I open my door, he's right there, just staring at me and meowing at me. Either because I want to say he misses me, but I think it's because he doesn't have food in his bowl anymore. He's very mataka with his food. So, yeah. So, this is the reason why I chose VetMed. This is my whole life. I have had countless dogs. I've had 5 cats. Oh, no, sorry, 6. 5 or 6? 5? But yeah, my father instilled in me his passion for animals, and at the same time his dream of becoming a veterinarian, because at his time veterinary really wasn't much of a thing, um, and his parents really didn't, I don't know, they didn't really, they supported his idea of wanting to go to work instead of going to college. So as I grew up, as I grew older, my dad taught me to love animals. So I think it instilled in me that passion of my father of going to veterinary and becoming a doctor for animals. And yeah, that's why I chose veterinary medicine. Thank you.